The Black Agenda Dreams. With my dreams, I see into the past, present, and future, as well as into the lives of others, no matter if they are dead or alive. Therefore, my dream world is vital to me future wise because I see what you cannot see and can tell you things that are going to happen before it happens. So, yes, I truly love the gift that God has given me. As this is Black History Month, as Blacks, we have to know things are going to get harder for us in North American lands. Oh my gosh. January has been a month of death for me that I've seen my life being drained. Therefore, I do not know how some mediums say they can talk to the dead and not be drained physically and spiritually. Trust me, I would like to see their medical bills for high blood pressure, anxiety, stress, and more. Wow. From seeing the faces of Black people, especially Black females before me who are going to die, to seeing dead people in my dream world. And on that note, let me jump into my dreams because I've had a lot of them. I will not go into full details because some are long, but these dreams, you will get the picture or a picture of my sight slightly. So, everyone, this is Michelle Jean from Michelle Jean Books. If you are seeking knowledge, you are in the right place because this is where knowledge begins. And in this video, I'm not going to be endorsing any Black businesses because this is all about dreams, what I've seen future wise, and it's fairly long already. So just let me jump into the dreams that I've had. Faith Heavens, Ray Liotta, Tom Cruise dream. Did I dream Faith Heavens dying? Yes. And Lil Kim dropping in a chair in disbelief that Faith Evans dies, to dreaming about Ray Liotta and Tom Cruise. This Black lady wanting to date Tom Cruise and Ray Liotta helping to help her date Tom Cruise. You know, me spilling coffee in that same dream that had cream in it on the ground. But suffice it to say, it was ew to me. What I mean, ew to me, in that this woman wanted to date Tom Cruise, to seeing escalating racism in Canada, to seeing, oh my gosh, Madge Sinclair in a floral colored dress that signified Black culture, African culture, as she hugged me and cried because I was proud of her and she of me because I was talking about the Black agenda. So yes, as Blacks, we have to begin to preserve our culture, Black culture, in a good and true way. For me to dream of Madge Sinclair, proud of me for doing this, speaking about the Black agenda, you must know just how important Black history and Black culture is to those who have left their legacy in a true way here on earth. And Madge Sinclair did leave a good legacy for us as Black people here on earth. So, yes, the Black agenda is vital to us as Black people. It is also vital to our true legacy, true history, true inventions, accomplishments, and more. And it's also vital to those who have passed on, that we as Black people keep our legacy going and not dilute it or let it get lost in the shuffle. Listen, Black people, we have to start preparing for us because shortly, um, Black people will be crying worse than dead dog. Meaning, if you think many of you won't be like those mangy stray dogs in the street scrummaging for food, you all had better truly think again. Perilous times are coming to earth. So while they, meaning the different races, are fighting wars, brandishing their entitled attitude and being racist, it's time we as Black people execute our plan and different plans by buying land in the different regions of the globe. That is one. And it matters not if it's a square of land in square of land in Venezuela, Guyana, Costa Rica, Tobago, St. Lucia, Africa, where you can plant food to sustain and maintain you and your family. There is going to be more changes here on Earth. And just continue to watch this video and see what I'm seeing and telling you. As Blacks, we have to begin the exodus. We have to have our own. We definitely have to have our own. I know some of you will not care, but for those of you who care, please listen and do to save you. As Blacks, we have to be our own Black agenda. We can no longer starve or be there left behind when all is said and done. And I repeat, and I am going to add as Blacks, we can no longer starve or be there left behind when all is said and done. Now, this slot says Bill Cosby dream. I dreamt Bill Cosby January 31st, 2023. He was just lying on the floor. Something happened to him as if dead. So I'm not going to analyze the stream. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Um, Now it's like February 2nd, 2023, and I have to say, Happy Black History Month, Black people. As Blacks, we cannot forget the Black agenda. You know, us as a race and people and individually. Um, oh gosh, my blood pressure is escalating and it's early morning. Seeing death is so not good for me physically and spiritually. It does take a toll on my body and health. And I'm just going to move on to the next slide here. This slot says European War, Starvation, and it gives the song. Well, the song is for this slot, Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Like I said, it's February 2nd, 2023, and my blood pressure is elevated due to what I saw dream wise. And Black people globally, I am going to tell you this. Yes, take a page out of Patrice Roberts' song and drink water and mind my business. The wars and different wars of the white race truly do not concern us, me. Now pull up and listen to Redemption Song by Bob Marley. He told you to emancipate yourself from mental slavery, told you have no fear for atomic energy. There are wars and chaos there causing air on earth because none can stop the time. He specifically asked you, how long must they kill our prophets? Those who those who are educating us on the truth, because you know the devil do not want any Black people to be liberated. Once we start spreading knowledge, the truth, we become a threat to them. Those who feel they control earth, control you, have all the say. But it's a pity none, not one, know that absolutely no one can control Earth, Mother Earth, and or Earth. Not one, or not an, so let me go back. Absolutely no one can control Mother Earth and or Earth. Not an inch of land belong to any human, because at the end of the day, we all have to die due to sins, the wrongs we do um, here on Earth, you know, only to face a much brutal life in the spiritual realm if you have more sins than good. Now, the book that Bob Marley is talking about is their Bible, Revelations, World War III, and our Armageddon. This is their final war, and as Blacks, we have to stay out of this. Yes, I know some of you cannot because many of you are enlisted in the armies of death, thus breaking the thou shalt not kill commandment. Many of you truly do not know that when you break any commandment of God, it is automatic death, meaning when your spirit shed the flesh, it is automatic death for you. You go directly to hell and burn. There's absolutely no redemption of the spirit, your soul for you. Not even your Jesus can save you because you disobeyed a direct order from God. Literally, when you disobey God, your name is literally taken from the book of life and put in the book of death. You literally have nothing because God, the true and living God, has and have absolutely nothing to do with you. Now let me get into the dream. So now for my dream. Dreamt I was in Europe. People were protesting, I would say, and they were marching and going about their business because people were displaced. There was a lot of things happening there. Like army people were all around too, and all of a sudden they opened fire on specific people, influential people that were protesting, including government officials. So the people, they didn't like what was going on, so they were protesting, marching, and so forth, as you see in this the picture on the frame. You know, like the people was, the place was like a war zone. After seeing people dying, being killed, I began to walk and hoping I did not get caught up in the madness. Plus, I did not speak the language of them, white Europeans. Also, the land was not warm. It looked winter. It looked like winter without the snow, and or you could say the tail end of winter. The land was barren and no food grew. And this is because too it was winter. People were displaced, had no home or where to go as well. Now, with me seeing that, I saw water rising over this wall coming down on land. The water was high, and I did not want to get caught in the madness of the flooding, so I kept walking. And trust me, many parts of the land was flooded. There was no food, no shelter because you could not get to certain areas. No, walking by myself now, I still continue to walk by myself. My daughter and this little white girl was now with me. We came across this old abandoned looking home, and going towards the home, you saw this white man who looked crazy to me, mentally disturbed and talking, and I got scared. He passed this other man who looked to be mentally ill, disturbed as well. So going into this abandoned looking house for shelter and safety, there was a white family there. They allowed us in because there was three of us, myself, my daughter, and the little white girl and our child. Mind you, Mind you, I was leery of this family. Like, I did not trust them. However, the little white girl and our child did. She trusted these people because she hugged the elder lady who owned the house. When I tell you, we were hungry, we were hungry. Now, the lady had a daughter and a son. The son was nice to me. Like, you know, I sat beside him, and he went to get his prized possessions that were carefully tucked away, like wrapped soap and paper, lipstick, and nail polish. So I told him I do not wear makeup. Also, like, he opened a bottle of red nail polish, and it was dry. The content inside the bottle was dry, and red for me in the spiritual realm, meaning hiding something. You know, the lady of the house, like I said, lady of the house was kind. She offered my daughter and me um, clean clothing, shirts to change into. You know, oh, I forgot. So forgot. When we went into the home, she told us she only helped six people at a time. So helping people who needed help from the war was something she did. And because we were less than six people, she was happy to help us. And for some of you who have higher knowledge, you would know that the number six is important to the white race spiritually and physically. Um, so continuing on, my daughter, she changed because she was not scared. However, I was a bit scared, and I told the young boy, the lady's son, to turn so I could change. I will not analyze this dream because I know for a fact, without doubt, that many in Europe are going to face drought, and starvation, including lands being flooded out. People are literally going to die. So, no, I cannot get involved in any war, um, or get involved with the Russia Ukrainian war, that is going to further escalate and see more people dying and many more starving. You know, people from the days of old until this day, including tomorrow, white people has and have not stopped waging war. War is ingrained in their physical and spiritual DNA. War, fighting, and lying is what they do best. Thus, the global chaos we all face due to them and their lies, religious lies, wars, and more. Trust me, I've seen people truly trust me. I've seen a world without white people. Therefore, I cannot worry about these people. Here on earth and in the spiritual realm, this race, white race, cannot be saved. And for those who know, have higher knowledge and understanding, use the biracial agenda. Just know for a fact without doubt the devil and or Satan is banking on one in the biracial community, especially a child who is a mixture of black and white, to save his people. And this they will not tell you. As black mothers, the law of life states, and not one of you in the black community globally know this, when you as a black mother give up your child and or children up for adoption, the obligation of that child, a black child you've given up for adoption, is not to save you, the biological mother, but to save the adoptive mother and or parent. Blacks, we've been through it. Now it's time for the devil's children and people to literally face hell here on earth. And with what I'm seeing in Europe, they are going to face hell. Think, because here in Canada is truly not safe either. We need a black agenda as black people, because when all is said and done, the priority of whites will be to their own. So I'm going to stress this in this video. If you as blacks have a square of land in warm countries, start planting organic, not genetically modified. Harvest all the rainwater you can, get tanks with proper filtration systems, and start collecting rainwater, because the worst is yet to come here on earth. you know, it's literally going to get worse for billions. So, as black people, you are being warned. Listen, you are being told, so being told. And you know what is so disheartening, or the sad part of this is, with me writing all these years, me telling you in some of these videos and even in some of my books, the worst is yet to come. You, as black people, will not listen. Many of you will not prepare. You will continue to doom yourself in life and wait until the last minute when it's too late for you to do something. You cannot wait until it's too late, because trust me, if I had a square of land in a warm country, I would fence off all my property and put up every defense possible, so that when food shortage hit, you can't come to me begging, you know, for a banana because you have no food. No, I'm not going to give it to you, because I've been telling you, prepare, prepare, prepare. You know, I see the future, and the future is critical for us as Black people. And like I said, Madge Sinclair was happy, proud. I was talking about the Black agenda. So we as Black people have to have a Black agenda. We have to have an escape plan. Even our dead people want this for us. So we have to start listening. You know, like I said, I see the future, and the future is critical for us as Blacks. So, Tande, I am listening to God, and I'm listening to my dead ancestors, you know, and I'm planting. Thus, God is blessing me, and I refuse to take any of my blessings from God and give to any of Uno when I listen. You know, I've listened to God. You did not. Okay? Plant, 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 harvest water any which way you can. Thus, to paraphrase Bob Marley, how long must they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? When you kill the messengers of God, you are killing you. You are taken away from your life here on earth, not just today, but future wise. When you kill the messengers, you are telling God and saying to God, F you, I don't need what you are offering. I will take my chances. So, no, I truly do not care about white people's wars because I know for a fact, without doubt, all who have and has participated in any war cannot and will never ever be saved. Their place in life is death, literally. So yes, me a drink water and mind my business. As whites, um, you all can kill. Do you? You're all written out of the book of life, literally and truly. You know, there is no doubt about this. For all the atrocities you've done here on earth, not one of you thought about life. Not one of you thought of the sins of your fathers and mothers. So, yes, I am sitting back and watching the times because, as Bob Marley stated and said so eloquently in Redemption Song, not one of you can stop the time or stop time. All the evils you do here on earth, you must have to pay for them. Thus, your time is over here on earth, but is just beginning in hell. Well, surely you must all face hell. You know. Now tell me, what is your race going to do? What redemption and redemption songs do any of you have? Your religion cannot save you. Your God cannot save you. Death cannot save you. You know, trust me, death is happy with the lots of you because you did give death life to punish you to the fullest extent of the law because you broke every commandment of God literally here on earth. The book of Judges is real, people. Thus, know the penalty of one sin. Truly get the new book of knowledge, and I'm going to jump to the next slide because this is you can see what the books look like. These are the two books. You know, you can call them the book of sin or the book of Judges, but these books tell you the cost of each sin that you commit here on earth. Now, the next one set slot is white people auntie dream. Did I dream about the death of a family member? Well, my father's side of the family. Yeah, I did. I dreamt this white man, he came to me and told me my aunt died. Excuse me. When he told me that, I just fell to the floor in disbelief. Man, did I ever will cry. You know, then I saw my aunt. She was walking, she was talking to me and my kids. She had this green, like, top on, like sweater top, and she looked perfectly fine, you know. However, in the dream, it was she died here in Canada, you know. She had visited us and got sick and died, and I know I know what that part of the dream meant, you know. It's not her, you know. So I know something is going to happen, you know, to my family, you know, and I'm so not gonna get further into it because I know what this dream represent. Um, and later on, I will tell you, um, you know, blood pressure wise, you know, seeing so much death, like I said, it's not good for my body. Um, you know, my blood pressure do get out of whack with seeing them, so I'm just going to like move on to the next frame because I don't want to think about my aunt dying at all. For this one, it says Jamersa Marley, and I did dream. See, I did dream Jamersa Marley, and in the dream he was okay. So if anyone knows Stephen Marley out there, let him know his son Jamersa Marley is okay. He is fine in death, and not to worry. And people, yes, um, you know, when it comes to like certain things, like the dead It's like it's very rare for a dead person to come and tell me that they are okay when they've been laid to rest, you know. And I'm so not going to get further into that. I'm just going to go move on to the next frame here. It says this one is a meteor in the sky dream. Um, this dream pertains to a meteor that I saw, like dreamt a meteor coming into Earth. Did I wonder how it get into Earth? Yes. You could see the meteor in the sky as it moved from one area of the Earth to another, as if toying with you as it circled the globe Earth and making different triangular signs and other signs in the sky. It's like after seeing all of that, the meteor came crashing down in Clarendon, Jamaica, right beside the head of my grandmother's grave in Tenarchy, which is about a mile from Rock River, in Clarendon. Um, if you were to to go south from Rock River, you know. Now my son now, last child was with me, and he picked up the remnant of the meteor that came crashing down. When he picked it up, it was like a sponge, and it fell out of his hand to the ground, and there was fire in the sponge. With the sponge falling to the ground, it lit the ground, caught fire, and I quickly picked up the sponge so that the earth and our ground did not burn out of control. With me picking up the sponge now, the fire in the sponge was no more, nor did the earth or ground catch fire. So, with me having the sponge, my son was telling me why the meteor was a sponge, but I so cannot tell you, people. So walking with the sponge, you know, this white guy, American white guy, appeared. I thought he was Secret Service. He had 2 to 3 dogs with him, and he was coming towards me like he wanted the sponge, you know, for himself, and he did not care if he hurt me to get the sponge or meteor. So I said, why didn't my grandmother just box him down? I don't know what it is with me with the dead boxing down people. You know, he had no, because you know what, he had no right being on the property, especially wanting the remnant of the meteor. So I began to rip the sponge meteor because I did not want him to have it. Plus, I was upset. He was not Secret Service, but someone who wanted to sell the remnant of the meteor. Now this is where the dream gets really weird. I did not make him have the meteor, and he tried everything to get the meteor, including wanting to climb the house, and yeah, Kim Kardashian, yes, appeared and asked him, "What are you doing?" And as she tried to pull him off the house and he began to attack her, fight her. Now, she retaliated in the dream, and she ended up killing him from the looks of it, because she got arrested, and you could see the amount of people, men that came for her, um, but they did not wear police attire but black clothing. So I opened my mouth and I told them he attacked her and beat her up. One said, "You saw what transpired?" And I said, "Yes." And that was it for that dream. I already know what this dream means, and Jamaica keeps dodging the bullet, and I'm going to leave it at that. This next one dream has to do with Meghan Markle and Harry, and I so do not want to get into this dream because I really and truly do not care about these two people. You know, it's like, you know what, just let me leave it alone. I'm just so going to leave it alone. So from Canada to the United States, I do not know what's going to happen. And on that note, people, please like, share this video. And if you can, turn on your notification bell every time I upload a video. You will be notified. So on that note, people, have a great and fantastic evening, because all I did was just give you an overview of the dreams that I've had so far. Bye for now, people.